What's up, game boys and girls? Big T here, back with another video. I'm gonna try to make this one quick. This is just one subject little video, and it's talking about Switch 2 and what I think is a kind of egregious practice, not a good practice on the Switch 2. I always say Switch should be winning. Switch 2 should be winning at all times, but Nintendo does these weird things that kind of hurts the narrative with the Switch 2, and they shouldn't be things. So we all know when Switch 2 was first announced, back around the time, there was this uproar about, oh my god, $80, $90 games all over the place. And that was true of one or two games at the time, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, it was true about Mario Kart World. But it's definitely true about what is called the Switch 2 editions. So Nintendo decided we're going to charge $60 for Switch 1 games, and then an additional $20 for a Switch 2 upgrade. And I think that's nonsense, because when you purchase new hardware, you should get the benefits of that new hardware. You shouldn't then also have to pay on top for software to work in your new hardware. It should work in your new hardware. Now, I know they do little things. They try to add little extras and whatnot that I don't care about. And I should have the option to just kind of bypass those things and get the benefits of the new hardware. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen. So Switch 2 edition feels a lot like the Wii U ports to Switch 1. Sometimes those ports were more expensive than the original cost on Wii U. Sometimes they were just full price when they were years and years old. And Nintendo was doing this again, basically, with the Switch 2 edition. If you want to add more things to the software to make it more enticing, fine. But that should be something that is separate from the cost, or separate from, not the cost, but separate from the upgrade. When you buy new hardware, you're expecting to get new hardware things. You expect to get new capabilities, and that's what happens. And I think about, for example, the N64, right? So I got my N64 right here. This is the Jungle Green N64 that came out with Donkey Kong 64. Came in the box if you wanted to get that version of it. But it also has the expansion pack. That's what that is right there. That is above the standard. This gives you 4 more megabytes of RAM for your N64, which would give you the capability to enhance the textures on your games, but sometimes that would take a hit to your frame rates. But there were pretty good benefits. You got nicer looking games like Donkey Kong 64 specifically would not work on a base N64 because of the lighting, improved lighting and improved textures. So you got something out of that, but you bought the hardware, right? So what Switch 2 is doing basically is saying, hey, buy the expansion pack, but then you have to buy the expansion pack version of the game at a higher price. So you don't get those benefits unless you get the expansion pack version, or you pay extra to upgrade for the expansion pack benefits. And that's what they're basically doing on the Switch 2. They're basically saying, hey, yeah, you bought the new hardware. Now to unlock the capabilities of the hardware, we're going to need $20. Or we're going to need $80 if you never bought that game. And that's pretty despicable. I don't think there's a defense for this, but hey, people will defend everything. And this is not against, this is not me telling you what to buy. You shouldn't buy Switch 2 editions. I'm kind of over that. I used to kind of do that back in the day. I'm overdoing that. So it's not about that. It's about the fact that it's the principle of the matter that Nintendo shouldn't be doing this. This is not about what you should buy. But this is about Nintendo should not be doing this. They should not be charging people more to get the enhancements to the console I already bought. I already bought this console. I should be getting those enhancements based on this purchase. I shouldn't have to then buy software to unlock what this already does. Like I think that's egregious and that shouldn't happen. So, what do you think about that? I mean, I don't really have much more to say about it, but I just don't think it should be a thing. Obviously, like I said, some people will have no problem with it. I don't really know why. Again, you already made the purchase. You already made the purchase for the upgrade. You look on the PC side, this doesn't happen. Heck, it doesn't really happen on the Xbox side. Like, your Xbox, all the way back to your Xbox One games, get a not only resolution bump, but a lot of times a frame rate bump automatically. Like, you get that because you have the new hardware. And that's how it should work. On PC, same thing. Unless they make like a newer version of the game that, kind of like what they're doing with Ukulele or Ukulele. That's a newer version of the game. And so they went back but it's not just a graphical thing. It's mostly about the how the game plays itself. So that's different. Yeah, if you're going to go back and rework the entire game and make it what you wanted it to be that you couldn't quite pull off back then, that's different than like a graphical enhancement. Like I think Witcher 3 got a patch. There's a bunch of games that got a patch that just, hey, you want to upgrade to using this patch and play the game with better resolution and frame rate options. That's how it works on PC. And a lot of console guys don't, they can't get with the PC. They don't like the PC. I get that. It's cumbersome. It's just not as convenient as a console. But this is one of those things that is a good thing. This is a benefit that should happen. Basically, the PC mentality. This is something that would benefit console gamers, also as well as free online. If online it can be free, at least online multiplayer can be free on PC. Why, and it's the same companies. It's the same companies. Why can't it be free on consoles? Sure, if you want to. Again, you want to incentivize your subscription service by saying, hey, you can get all these games if you buy into this, fine. But the bare console itself should at least allow you to play online multiplayer. Now, if you want to add in like group chats and all that kind of stuff, and you want to charge for that, fine. I can't really have a problem with that. Obviously, I don't think Steam allows for, through their software, they allow for like group chats and all that kind of stuff, and they don't charge. But that's their prerogative. They don't have to. I can see where something like that is a service thing, and you can charge for that. But just allowing people to jump online and play games inside whatever software's multiplayer options, online multiplayer options, you shouldn't be charged for that. But that's off topic. But my point is, these are the PC things that should be benefiting console guys, especially the more and more of these consoles become PC-alized, to get more like PC. These are the benefits that we should be getting from that kind of process. So yeah, that's my video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think it's a bad practice? I think it's a bad practice to say, hey, buy this new hardware and then you have to buy this special version of the software on top of that. That's pretty icky for me. It's filthy. I don't like it. I have not partaken in that. I don't plan on partaking in that right now. When it comes to like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, because I have the Switch Online service, it's super cheap. It's cheap enough, especially because I'm in a group plan. It's I don't even feel it basically for the year, and we're getting close to renewal actually. But yeah, when it comes to like enhancing the games, the hardware should enhance the games. I bought the new hardware that should enhance the games. Now, to be fair, there are a lot of games on Switch 2 that, or excuse me, a lot of games from Switch 1 that if you put them into Switch 2, you will get frame rate bumps and stuff like that. But that's the way it should be universally. That's how it should be across the board. If you want to give me new modes or, you know, some like Kirby Star Allies, not Kirby Star Allies, Kirby and the Forgotten Land's doing, or even Donkey Kong Bonanza is doing, but that's kind of different because Bonanza's only on Switch 2. But you know what I'm saying. If you want to add some more content to the game, fine, that's cool. But I don't think Tears of the Kingdom of Breath of the Wild are adding that much. They're not adding anything anybody cares about. That's for sure. It's just a way to say, hey, we're adding value, so pay us. No, just give me the enhanced, frame rates and enhanced resolution, which is what I should get from my hardware, and you can keep all that other nonsense. Miss me with that. But yeah, that's my video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you again for watching and listening, and I'll see you fools next time. Peace out.